Kumastaka. Today we're going to be doing something I've wanted to do for a long time, and that is make my seats look brand new. Everything looks new on the car except for the seats, and we're about to get that done. Except for this red gas cap. I painted the car like maybe a year and a half ago, and it was looking good at the beginning. Little did I know, they messed up the original gas cap and they didn't tell me. See how this one just looks like this? Well, they broke this part right here, and they just welded it back together and put like 8 washers in between this bracket here and the car. Every time the gas cap opened, it slammed right into this corner, causing rust. So I had to fix it and put some touch-up paint over it. Now the gas cap works fine. I even changed these rubber things out. Now it all fits well. Only issue is that because they didn't tell me, it's red. If they would have told me, I would have just bought another one and gave it to them. But unfortunately, they're kind of a screwy shop, and right after they finished my car, they went bankrupt. So I can't go back to get it fixed. So it's gonna stay red for now until I find another, hopefully reputable paint shop to fix that for me, and hopefully no other issues will be found, because I already found a ton of issues with the paint. Hopefully I don't find any more than I already have. But my seats right here look in pretty good condition, and you might be asking, why are you changing these out? Well, it's because me and my friend bought 4Runners at the same time, and his came with the SR5 Vertigo material, and I've always wanted to put this in my 4Runner. Unfortunately, if you find a 40-year-old used pair, there's likely stains, rips, cigarette burn holes, and much more. And also, they're the earlier style of the SR5 sport seat, so they don't have all of the bolsters and all of the comfy material. These are supposedly the most comfortable seats you can get in a first-gen 4Runner from the factory. So I'm excited to be the first one to take these SR5 sport seats, the later versions, and put the earlier SR5 Vertigo material on them. This never came from the factory. I don't know why they stopped the SR5 Vertigo seats. It's the coolest thing, and it's from Back to the Future. And I love that movie. So it's like a whole combination of things that this seat is just gonna resemble, and I'm so excited to get it done. Like I said earlier, these seats are in pretty good condition, so if you guys want this fabric when I take it off, just let me know and we can work out a deal. But enough talking about the old stuff. I mean, it looks great, but it's kind of old, kind of worn out. Just a little bit, not too much. Let's talk about the new stuff. From the factory, these never came with map pockets, and although nobody uses the map anymore, it's still good for storage. Not only do these come with the SR5 Vertigo material that literally everybody wants, but it's also got a map pocket. And the nice thing about these map pockets is it seems like there's like cardboard inside of these instead of the metal. I hate the metal because somebody pulls this thing back and then it just stays there and it's ruined forever. These go right back to where it's supposed to be, so no need to worry about that. Here is one complete side. I'll show you just one just because it's the same thing. Here's the headrest cover. We're gonna install all of this today. Here are the bottoms. Has built-in foam just like the factory ones, and the quality is just top-notch. If you're thinking, well, quit yapping, tell me where to get these things, you can find a complete set of upholstery for your first-gen 4Runner at www.preserverad.com. And you might be thinking, okay, well, I don't have the SR5 sports seat. I have the DLX seat. I have the Vertigo, and I just want to reupholster it anyways because the old SR5 Vertigo is all torn up. Almost every option is offered on www.preserverad.com. And if you're thinking, well, that's great, I love this, I'm actually just watching this for fun, and I have a first-gen Toyota pickup or a second-gen Toyota pickup or an A86. I have some good news for you too. The first-gen Toyota pickup, the second-gen Toyota pickup, we also offer upholstery for, and the A86 is coming soon. So give the website a look. It's www.preserverad.com, and you can find some sweet new upholstery. So let's get this old seat out, take off the original fabric, and install the brand new SR5 Vertigo Marty McFly hybrid upholstery. So here's the seat out of the car. You can get a better look at the condition of the seat. I mean, it's in pretty good condition. It's just faded. That's the only bad part about this. And instead of it looking gray, it kind of looks light blue. So I'm excited to change that out and make these suckers look brand new, because I plan to daily it after all of these things are done. My goal is for this car to be just pretty much a brand new 4Runner from the factory. I just got it 40 years late. And you guys might be asking, where have you been? I just got back from the Philippines, and there was a pretty big typhoon there, so it was a quite interesting trip, but I had a lot of fun, and I'm gonna miss my cousins dearly. So hopefully we can make more videos like this, and I can end up doing these videos in the Philippines and be with my cousins every day. That might sound weird to anybody that's not Filipino, but let's get back on topic. Now we have to disassemble the upper from the lower, which should be pretty easy again.
So I found out a couple things. Someone was eating rice in my car, and looks like these seats have never been cleaned. I'll throw some grease on this, clean that up at the end, paint this, because it's kind of falling apart right in front of my eyes. I know painting it is not gonna fix brittle plastic from turning into dust, but at least it'll look good for a little bit longer.
There's the upper, here's the lower, and here's the headrest. But let's start on the bottoms here. I think this should be pretty easy, but every time I say that, it turns into a big process. So watch this turn into like a 3-day process. Let's go. All right, guys, so we got all of the things off. One crazy thing is I see a hornet's nest right here in my seat, or like one of those mud wasp things. I don't know exactly what they're called, I forgot. That's pretty crazy. The other thing is that I don't know if this is the right tool, but holy moly, do these things give you a workout when you take them out. But finally got all of them. Now I just need to clean up. The foam looks like in decent condition, just like some like imprints. I think I can like fix that with the fabric on. They're kind of comfy as is, so I'm gonna just let it ride. All right, guys, here's the foam without the fabric. Pretty decent condition, except for this little imprint here. I'm gonna see what I can do about that. All right, so supposedly it's better to fix the foam without the fabric on, and I thought I needed like a steam pump to like shoot steam in there to get it to come back out. But from what I read online, all I need is a hairdryer. So we're gonna try this out, and you're gonna see me fail. Or maybe it'll look brand new again. That didn't work. Let me try something different. So other than just dumping water on it, I don't think I'm gonna have anything that produces steam. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on, and then like whenever I get this thing detailed, they can, you know, shoot the steam in there, and hopefully it does the job. But if it doesn't, I mean, I didn't even know there was an indent before. So with the new seat cover, I don't think I'll see anything, and I think it'll still look brand new. Out here we got the makeshift paint booth.
I'm repainting all of the sides of the seat panels, even the levers and the knobs. I told you I want everything looking brand new on these seats.
So now that we got the old upholstery off, it's right there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer all of these little wires here to the new upholstery over there, and then we should be good to go to install it. This is a pretty easy part. The only tough thing about these is sometimes they rust into the fabric and it's kind of hard to get them out, but these seem to be sliding well, so it should be no biggie and it shouldn't take long. Let's go grab the new one right over here and install this bad boy. So this right here is a midline, and there's also a midline conveniently already on the seat too, right here, here, and here. So all we have to do is line this up with that line. It should be centered, and then we just have to install the hog rings here and there. So I think I did this absolutely perfect. Lines up here, lines up here. Let's turn around and see what it looks like. Not too shabby. These wrinkles will come out over time. It's just new, and it was probably wrinkled there in the packaging, so that's the reason why it's there. But let's give it the seat test. I got my safety glasses on, safety first. I also just got LASIK, so that's the reason why I'm wearing them. But then I was thinking, I'm playing with cross map tomahawks. Every time I clip one of those hog rings, they fly. So probably having LASIK was a good thing, because I remembered, hey, you should probably wear safety glasses for your eyes. Oh, yeah, it's comfy. Best part is, when I was taking this thing off, there was dust everywhere, and the last person who owned this car had some cheesy farts. Now, the farts are gonna at least smell like mine. But yeah, fits well. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Yeah, it's pretty nice. And it's comfortable. I don't feel any of the wires. And it feels like a seat, so that's good news. Now that the bottom is done, let's do the top. Hopefully I can do as good of a job on the top as I did on the bottom, but it's gonna be hard to beat because I think I did that one pretty perfect. This one doesn't require so many hog rings, and thank God, because I don't have too many left and I don't want to buy more. So hopefully we can get it done with the amount I have left, but I think there's 3 on the bottom, 3 right here, and that's it. Other than some rubber straps we need to do, but that doesn't require any hog rings. Actually, I take that back immediately. It does. I think we're gonna run out, so I should order more. But let's get started on this. So it looks like at one point this one already had some patchwork done because of the stitches over here in glue. So this side is like hard compared to this side. But again, I never noticed it. So I'm not going to worry about it because if I didn't notice it then, I won't notice it now. Or maybe I will notice it now because I know it's there. But other than that though, the foam looks in really good condition, so I'm not gonna be doing any patchwork. Other than that, like burn scar. But yeah, this one is definitely battle wounded, but it still looks good. So we're gonna roll with it. This fabric is a little bit different than the driver's seat, I think. I'm gonna have to check to make sure, but this one has a rod right here where the driver doesn't, so I'm gonna go see. I was right, but wrong at the same time. This one has a place for the bar, and I was like, there's nothing on this side. Where is it? Looks like it got ripped off somehow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the bar from this side, I'm gonna measure it, I'm gonna cut it to length, add the bar, and then we should be good to go. So now that we have the lowers done and the uppers done, I'm gonna show you the best way to do it, because there definitely is a little bit of a learning curve to upholstery. At the beginning of it, I was like, man, I would never wanna do this again in my life. But you know, after doing these seats, I'm thinking like, okay, you know, I could do this as a job for like $1 million a minute. I'm just kidding, but it's not that bad. It's actually not really bad at all. I'm just exaggerating. So the best way to do these lowers is turn the upholstery inside out, then line up the center line. That's always gonna be here on these upholstery sets. So the center line's right here. Line it up with the center line that's on the seat. The center line on the seat is usually already stamped in there, so you don't even have to measure it. It's just lining things up. Then you put your first hog ring, second hog ring, third hog ring, fourth hog ring, fifth hog ring, sixth and seventh. And then you put the upholstery over the seat, push this up into here, and then this will get snug and it will look nice and tight here. Same thing over here and here. Then what I do is I put the metal railing in, this thing right here, and then I just hit the 3 here after lining up the center line again, and the 3 here after lining up the center line again, and then lastly the 2 there, and then boom, you have a seat like this. It's nice and comfy, and it stays exactly where it's supposed to be. It's kind of the same process for the upper too. Turn it inside out, line the center line up, hit that one, hit that one, hit that one, and then turn the upholstery right side out while moving it over here. Got a little dirty overnight. And then you can hit the 3 back here, as well as a rubber tube that goes here. You can hit it there and there too, and then you're done for the back. For the front, the only thing that's left, the rubber strap goes down here, and then you can just hog ring it there, and you're pretty much good to go until you install the seat. So it's pretty easy after you figure out what you're doing. When I was putting on the headrest upholstery, I was kind of fighting against the foam because it was kind of giving me a hard time putting this on. I learned the tip of putting a plastic bag over the foam, then installing the upholstery, and it slides right on, and then after that you can just rip the bag off. Once you do that, then you can install the metal piece in here. And for me, what I like to do is, it was kind of, I don't know if it's like that from the factory or just over time this happened, but this plastic piece was like sagging, like a loaded diaper. Shout out Roger. And what I did was I actually glued it down with super glue like I showed earlier, and it just fits so much more snug. The plastic plate is up against the metal plate inside, and although it's not perfect, I'm still gonna adjust it a little bit, because you can see the plastic is showing here while the plastic isn't showing here. I don't know which one I'm gonna do, but it sits so much more nice, and on the back too, it's just so much better. So yeah, that's my little tip. I like it, and it just fits so much more snug. You don't see it falling down, and it kind of looks like it's pressed in at the bottom, so it looks super nice. I sprayed all of the plastics with SEM Classic Coat 17083, and everything came out looking real nice. Everything almost looks brand new, except this one, because it has a crack. I bought another one off another owner. It's gonna come in, I'll spray it, and then that one will look brand new too. There's my little paint setup. And then for the rails, I used semi-gloss black Duplicolor paint? No, Rust-Oleum paint, and it looks pretty good. So now that everything's painted, I painted that, all the mounts, everything looks good. I think it's time to get everything together. I'm excited for this part, but also nervous, because this is a make it or break it. Is the seat gonna look good, or is the paint all gonna fall off and maybe the upholstery just shoot off? That's not gonna happen, but you know, that's always a thought in the back of my mind. So here it is. It's looking really, really good. The last step after I hog ring, after I put all the plastics in, is I'm gonna put the 2 holes for the headrest in, put the guides in, and then this seat should be good to go. But it's nice and black, it's nice and gray, it's nice and Vertigo. What more could you want? Time for the driver now. This seat is a little bit less flimsy with the rail just because it has that metal bar, but I spray painted the arm there. I painted all 4 of the mounting points and just the sides here because you see this just a little bit, so it's gonna look nice and new. So now that we got the seat assembled, we need to start putting on the add-ons like the knobs, the levers, the sidings, and that's what we're about to do. But if you look at this side, it's all nice. And then you look at this side and you're like, what in the world's going on? There's these humps on the side. Yeah, that's because I'm supposed to make some holes. And instead of just cutting through with like a razor blade, I thought of something that might be a little bit better, especially for the headrest guide plastic things. I just can't see myself cutting in with a razor blade with this, just because I think this material, not so much this material, but this material, if I cut into it with like a circle, strings are gonna just start fraying everywhere and it's gonna be a big old mess. Over here, I think I can safely cut into this because I did that for the bottom and it's fine. This is just more of like a sturdier material for cutting. This material I feel is just gonna poof, it's gonna be a big old mess and I might screw this up. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to stick a soldering iron into the hole, and it should cauterize the outer strings and keep them intact, and we should have like a nice clean hole. I'm not gonna try it on the seats though, because if I try it on the seats and I mess up and it's a big failure, I have these great ideas and not all of them turn out to be good. So I'm gonna try it on some sample fabric first, see if that works, and if that works, then we'll try it on the actual seat and it should come out the same way. So here's a sample of the SR5 material. I'm just gonna be making a small hole here, and then I'm just gonna use it as a hole to put like a ring through it so I can keep all of my sample fabrics together, along with the outer material here. I'm gonna heat this sucker up to 700 degrees because that's just what it's at. I don't know if that's a good temperature or not. I'm not like a scientist. Now let me touch the tip to see if it's hot. I'm just kidding. I'm not that stupid. Guess we'll give it a go. Let's see. It did work. There's my little hole. And it did cauterize the outer parts there. Let's try on this one. This is also very stinky, by the way. Okay, let's see. Oh, this one, it goes straight through. That's insane. Look at that. That's a nice hole if you ask me. It went straight through. That hole is not going anywhere. It's burnt on all edges. I think that's a go. Strap worked perfectly. Hole came out nice. Everything is cauterized on the outside, so there's gonna be no fraying. Same thing down here. I don't know if this is supposed to go down a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, I think it turned out real nice. I have a serious question if I should be working at the Toyota factory now because I'm so good at this. All right, let's check out the seat from the side now, or from the front. Let's push everything down. Bada boom, bada bing. Looks pretty good. Let's put those knobs on. Brand new painted knob and a brand new painted lever. Let's go. And boom, just like that, the side is done. Looks nice and good. Everything works as it's supposed to. I just realized that this lever barely does anything. It just pushes it a little bit forward, that's it. 80s Toyota engineering. Now let's get the sides on because we still have one more knob to put on right there. And this seat's gonna be looking pretty nice. Just gonna put the headrest guides in later. That's the last piece because, you know, if I screw that up, whole seat's gonna look bad because it's right at the top and it's right at the front. So I'm waiting to do that last, making sure everything else looks good, but everything else looks real good so far. Now for the headrest. I'm gonna mark with a Sharpie first.
And that's how it's done, kids.
I just gotta adjust the fabric just a little bit so it comes up snug there. Let's see if I can do it on camera. Just gotta give it a nice massage there, do one of those, and hey, it looks better. Let's see if we can do this. I do one of those, Hey, it looks better. All right, now let's put the headrest in. I did the other side off camera just to get things done faster, and it went the same way as the other one, so why you gotta watch it twice, you know what I'm saying? But here we are. All of those wrinkles come out and you just have to, you know, sit in the seat, fart in the seat, and then eventually that will come out. That's the magic trick, just fart a bunch. But yeah, I'm still waiting on one of the guides. Like I said, the guide over here is broken and I just want everything to be perfect. But yeah, the levers on the side are nice and gray, the sides are nice and gray, everything is top notch, freshly painted. Even the black right there, ooh, semi-gloss, it's nice. And I kind of mess with the headrest a little bit more, but I mean, you're gonna be seeing it from like the side and like this. So it looks great like that, and that's all I really care about. No one's gonna be like putting binoculars to my seats and inspecting everything, but man, I am satisfied. When I have a kid, I don't have a kid yet, but when I have a kid, put his iPad back here, whatever, you know, junk he decides to have in 2040. But yeah, I'm prepared already. I'm gonna be a good dad. So yeah, waiting for the guide, then I'll put the headrest in. But other than that, I mean, dude, these seats are gonna look killer at car shows. It's gonna be a killer to sit in them. They're gonna be nice and comfy. And it's like having a brand new 1985 4Runner Unicorn SR5 Vertigo seats.
Now let's get him in the car.
And the seats are back out again. You might be wondering why. I thought you were gonna put these things in and the interior is gonna be mint. Well, that's not the case. When I was putting in the shifter bezel right there, this bad boy, one of these little clips broke and my shifter boot was gonna sag for eternity. And I really do not want that with my brand new upholstery and center console that I'm gonna be putting in. So I had to do something about it. And you might be thinking, well, this one has one clip there, 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 and one clip there. What are you talking about? All the clips are there. Well, this isn't actually the original. This is a reproduction that can be found on preserverad.com, and not only is it a one-for-one replica, all clips, everything there, believe it or not, this thing is also 3D printed, and not 3D printed out of normal ABS. It's printed out of a glass fiber reinforced polyamide. And you might be thinking, what in the world is that? Well, that is some super strong plastic, so you'll never have to worry about this thing breaking ever again. So if you want to see me paint this, the color match the interior, put my center console in, as well as the shift bezel, and then reinstall all the seats to have a mint 4Runner interior. Make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned because the next video, all that's gonna happen. So ingots, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.